Season 2 of Vikings continues the epic saga of Ragnar Lothbrok, now an earl and a man of growing ambition and destiny. The story begins with tension, betrayal, and blood as Ragnar faces the painful consequences of his choices. His brother Rollo, consumed by jealousy and resentment, has allied with Jarl Borg to wage war against Ragnar. The battle between brothers is brutal and emotional. Ragnar tries to reason with Rollo, pleading for him to return to his family, but Rollo's pride drives him to fight. When the battle begins, the Vikings clash in a frenzy of steel and fury. In the end, Ragnar's army triumphs, and Rollo is captured. Rather than killing his brother, Ragnar spares his life, showing both mercy and heartbreak. Meanwhile, Ragnar's personal life becomes more complicated. His wife, Lagertha, has been a loyal warrior and mother, but their marriage begins to crumble after Ragnar's encounter with Aslug, a mysterious princess who arrives in Kattegat claiming to be carrying his child. When Aslug gives birth to a son, Ragnar's heart is torn between his love for Lagertha and his new responsibility. Lagertha, proud and strong, refuses to live in a home shared with another woman. She takes her son Bjorn and leaves, breaking Ragnar's heart but staying true to her dignity. Aslug then becomes Ragnar's wife, and they soon have more sons, Vitsirk, Ub, and Sigurd, the beginning of the great Lothbrok legacy. As Ragnar's family grows, so does his power and vision. He dreams of expanding beyond raids. He wants to build alliances, explore new lands, and secure the future of his people. However, politics and betrayal threaten these dreams. Jarl Borg, humiliated after losing the battle against Ragnar, seeks revenge. He attacks Kattegat while Ragnar is away, forcing Aslug and the villagers to flee. Ragnar's friend Floki, who has grown closer to the gods and more distant from human ambition, helps defend what remains. Ragnar returns home to find his people scattered and vows vengeance. With the help of King Horik of Denmark, Ragnar gathers an army to retake Kattegat. The battle is fierce, and Ragnar's strategic brilliance once again shines. He defeats Jarl Borg and reclaims his home, but instead of killing Borg immediately, Ragnar chooses to humiliate him and later executes him in a chilling ritual known as the Blood Eagle, a gruesome sacrifice to Odin that shows Ragnar's growing ruthlessness. Throughout the season, the tension between Ragnar and King Horik deepens. Horik is ambitious, manipulative, and jealous of Ragnar's rising fame. He sees Ragnar as both an ally and a threat. Floki, once Ragnar's closest friend, becomes torn between loyalty to Ragnar and his faith in the old gods. He feels Ragnar has become too curious about Christian beliefs and too ambitious for his own good. Horik exploits this doubt, whispering poison into Floki's ear and trying to turn him against Ragnar. Meanwhile, Ragnar's son Bjorn has grown into a strong young warrior. After leaving with Lagertha, Bjorn and his mother travel to another kingdom ruled by Earl Sigurd. Lagertha marries him for protection, but Sigurd turns out to be cruel and abusive. In one powerful scene, Lagertha finally stands up to him and kills him, proving once again that she is as fierce as any Viking man. She becomes Earl of Hedeby, commanding her own warriors and earning respect as a leader. Eventually, Bjorn decides to return to his father, now a young man ready to fight by Ragnar's side. Ragnar's journeys take him once again to England, where he meets King Ecbert of Wessex, a cunning and intelligent ruler unlike any other he has faced. Ecbert admires Ragnar's courage and ambition, and the two men recognize something of themselves in each other. They begin a fragile alliance, based on mutual curiosity rather than trust. Ecbert sees opportunity in using the Vikings for his own political gain, while Ragnar sees in Ecbert a potential partner in exploration and trade. During this time, Athelstan, Ragnar's former slave and friend, becomes a key figure once again. Having been captured by the Saxons and then returned to Ragnar, he struggles deeply between his Christian faith and his fascination with Norse gods. Both Ecbert and Ragnar value him, each seeing him as a bridge between two worlds. The alliance between the Vikings and Wessex, however, is short-lived. After initial cooperation and the promise of land, Ecbert betrays the Vikings to serve his own kingdom's needs. Ragnar, though disappointed, is not surprised. He begins to understand that alliances with kings are temporary and that power always demands sacrifice. As the season moves toward its end, betrayal brews within Ragnar's own circle. King Horik becomes increasingly paranoid and decides to eliminate Ragnar to secure his own rule. He secretly convinces Floki to poison and kill some of Ragnar's allies to prove his loyalty. Floki pretends to obey but plays a dangerous double game. When Horik finally moves to attack Ragnar, believing Floki and others have joined him, he walks into a trap. Ragnar has known of his betrayal all along. In a climactic and brutal scene, Ragnar and his loyal warriors slaughter Horik and his family inside the Great Hall. Ragnar spares Horik's son, showing a flicker of mercy, but he kills the king himself, marking his own rise as a true ruler, not just an earl but the dominant power in the Viking lands. The season ends with Ragnar standing atop a mountain, looking over his people and the lands below, the weight of destiny in his eyes. His journey from a curious farmer to a powerful leader has reached a new height, but his heart is heavier than ever. He has lost friends, love, and innocence, yet he has gained power, fame, and wisdom. The gods seem to favor him, but their gifts always come with a price. Season 2 of Vikings is a story of ambition, betrayal, family, and fate. It shows Ragnar's transformation from a dreamer into a kingmaker, a man who begins to understand that power is never truly shared and that every alliance hides a knife. The world of the Vikings expands, the characters grow more complex, and the legend of Ragnar Lothbrok continues to rise like a storm on the northern sea.